Greetings and salutations, Charlton66 here once again with a video. Although this is going to be a little bit different video from what I usually do rather. But I've been tagged by my buddy Tim Hallermouse and about supporting the community, and it's one of those things I've been thinking about. I know it's been started with Undisputed Frost. He sent out a tag to everyone to show you support for the community, and it stemmed from a situation that was from I believe it was Sinking Near Mint. Um, some situations came up with him, and why the tags all got started with support your community, comic book community. And one of the things that they talk about, well, Undisputed Frost was one of the first, before I get into everything, he wanted to show a variant comic. Um, which is, I have Space Riders #2 variant, and a comic book that I'm reading right now. And this, what I'm reading right now is Men of Mystery 105, which has an awesome Black Hawk story in it. Uh, Reed Crandall artwork, which is tremendous. This is a very good issue. But on to the matter at hand. Um, uh, Supporting the community, and when I first saw the video and listened to what he had to say and what had happened, and I've been watching everybody else's videos, which have been really good, and everyone's been on point with everything that they're saying, everything that they're doing. But in my realm of thought, being new to the community, I'm just a baby when it comes to this community. But I was watching it. I was commenting on videos for a couple of years prior to me making videos, and one of the things that got me to make a video, because I really wanted to be part of the community. It meant a lot to me, just by what I've seen and heard and what people have done for each other, the acts of kindness, doing things for people at cons and whatnot. I've seen it firsthand with Matt Conacorder, the things he was doing for everybody when we were at Baltimore. When I met him, he was doing things in Baltimore for people in the community and helping them out, getting books signed and picking stuff up. And Tim's done things for me. I've done things for other people, and we're not here to toot each other's horns. I understand that, but one of the things that made me decide to start making videos was I wanted to be part of something that was bigger than myself. And one of those things that was the first thing I thought was popped in my head. A couple things was, when people ridicule or mock or belittle what someone else collects, not just comic books, it could be anything. It's one of those things that first thing along that to narrow things down, let's just talk about the comic book aspect of it. For someone to belittle someone else by what they collect in the way of comic books, you're not part of anything anymore. You're no longer having fun collecting comic books because you're too worried about keeping up with the Joneses or ridiculing someone else by what they collect or what they like. To each their own, man. I don't care what anyone thinks about, and everyone said this. I'm not just the only one that's had this epiphany of, oh, I don't care what anybody else thinks, and that's true. We don't. That's why we collect what we like, and that's why I think the community is so strong, is because we have so many. It's a variant of what everyone collects, what everyone likes. I've been collecting since the late '70s, and been reading comic books since the early '70s. I'm always learning something from everybody. It's not just newer people, older people. It's everyone. I'm learning every day. I watch a video. Every time I watch a video, I learn from them. That's why I said my want list grow, and my knowledge grows by watching these videos and when people have to say and what they collect. Um, but like I said, we grow as a community when that happens, when we're learning from each other and accepting each other, and I want to become a bigger, something bigger than myself, not just in my little world of collecting. And I realized when I started making videos that how it was going to expand, and that was one of the reasons why, other than nudges from Tim telling me make videos, make some videos. I was very reluctant to make videos for a long period of time. But when I saw, and I, again, you study people, you study, how their interactions and what they do. So it's very important that, that when people say things negative about what someone collects or what they like, it's to brush it off. It's nothing. It's something that they're missing out on because they're no longer having fun in doing this. They're no longer seeing the big picture. They're no longer they've lost that feeling, that sensation that we all had when we found our first comic book, when we read our first comic book, how we felt and how we wanted to keep that issue and wanted to find out more about the characters. We wanted to find more about who wrote or who drew the comic book. All those things come into play, and I still get that way every time I go to a convention, every time I watch a video, every time I get a new book, a new comic. This thing is brand new, but I thrill at reading every page in this. I still enjoy it. It's not because it's some sought after issue or some variant or it's what someone else deems as cool. It's what I like, and that's what's important to me. And everyone else, who I know on YouTube and have talked to YouTube, all support that same mindset. And it's one of those things where you know they're missing out. The ones who talk or belittle or demean somebody else or what they collect, they're missing out. They've lost the big picture, and they've lost what that feeling is, that that sensation that you have when you enjoy your comic books for what they are, and not what the perception is or the what they're perceived to be or not to be. So, and it brings up another point that I thought about, that this to me is like another step of fandom. It's we had in the early days of fandom, we had the fanzines, we had the meetups where Bill Shelley and GB Love and all of those guys, and Roy Thomas and other people that you can go on and talk about other people really in fandom. Maggie um, and Don Thompson. All their cohorts and everyone who was early in fandom. They did the fanzines, but they supported each other. Everything that they did, it wasn't, it was through letters, and it was through fanzines, and it was through meetups, and it wasn't, they didn't belittle anybody. It was all about supporting fandom and getting the word out about how fun comics are and how fun the medium is. Um, so this, to me, YouTube is just another level of fandom, and you know we won't get very far. And I think this community is phenomenal. But if everyone took that mindset of not supporting each other, if everyone took the mindset of belittling someone else, what they collect or what they like, the community wouldn't be anywhere. And watching the videos that I've seen and learning the history of some of the older videos and how this stuff come about, the community is respected. So again, I'm just a new kid on the block. Really, I'm a baby when it comes to the making the videos and putting stuff out there. But I feel I had to say something, because it's something that I do love, and the community is something I do respect. And whatever someone collects, what someone loves, be it comic books, movies, what are they collect? I collect a bunch of stuff, and I'll say it loud, I'll say it proud what I collect. And if no one likes it, or if someone can care less about it, so be it. Um, I just do it because I enjoy it. I do it because it's my zen. It's what I do to escape the world, and it's what I do to um, you know get away from reality for a while. We all have jobs that are tedious. We all have lives that can be draining on our psyche, on our, you know, just or the daily grind can get to you. And what we have is something that's in you know, that we work. I don't want to say use the word worship, but something that we find comic book collecting, that we find our zen, that we, you know, find that level of relaxation or happiness, or an idea that we can get away from everything by opening up these pages and find something that we love in there. And for someone to tell you it's not good, it's not cool, it's not hip, it's not the what you should be collected by, screw them. It's not about what they want, it's what it does for you as an individual. So, you know, you know, I can go on and, you know, say more than what everybody, you know, more of what everybody else has said, but everybody else has said it. I don't want to beat the horse and have you guys sit through a 10-minute, 20-minute video of me just talking about the same thing everyone's talked about. I'm just making the video to show my support. I've enjoyed everyone's videos that I've seen. They're hitting the nail on the head with everything that they've said. But I'm here with everybody else. I'm here to support everyone. If I could watch every video I could to support the community, I would. And like I said, the videos that have come up discussing this have been phenomenal, and I'm glad to see it. Frost thought there wasn't going to be any more videos after his tag, but surprise, there's a lot more. I'm sure than what he thought. So I hope the people who think they're an elitist or they collect more, or their collections are better than somebody else, hope they're seeing these videos and seeing that it's not the case. No matter what you think, those out there who think they've got this awesome collection, there's always going to be someone who's got a better collection than you do, or they think that they do. So you're never going to win. So just enjoy it, sit back, enjoy the ride, love what you collected, love what you collect, and take it for what it is. We're not out here, we're not doctors trying to solve the world's cancer problems or nothing like that. We collect comics. And it's one of those things that, in the grand scheme of things, it's not that big of a deal. So think about what you're saying, what you're doing, and just relax, enjoy the ride. And I thank everyone for their support on my little channel, my little piece of the YouTube world, and this little piece of the community. I do thank everyone for their support and their comments, and, you know, their suggestions, and what everyone's come to, you know, to the realization that this community won't survive unless we're supporting each other, and I think we do that tremendously, and it's awesome. So that's my proverbial 2 cents. I hope everyone has a good night and take care.